right? Okay, cool. All right, Sarah, highlight Sarah. Sarah is so smart and has done such an amazing job with this training. The reason it's organized and awesome is because of Sarah, and you're about to get a full experience of why this woman has been teaching 20 years and is the godsend of this community. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Taylor, can you first enable screen sharing? So if you go to the right of the screen share button, there's a up arrow, and then you have to go to advanced settings and then say participants can share. And that will allow me to share my screen. Because I'm assuming, Taylor, you're on the host as a host. But yeah, I know that you want some more acropeutics, which is awesome. There'll be more sessions of that. I just wanted to make sure that we get to the teacher training, and I really am a stickler for time. The second thing is
Sarah, sharing is active.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know. Still doesn't, let me see. Oh, good. Yep. All right. So what I wanted to start off with saying is like just who I am. I've been a teacher for 20 years, but I've also have taught teachers in teacher trainings and developed curriculum and have shared that across the nation. So my passion is teaching teachers, though I still am in the classroom because I really love teaching children. But my same level passion is teaching teachers. So teaching teachers in movement is even more fun than teaching teachers about just how to teach in a classroom. So in the chat area, I would like for you to answer, why do you want to be an acro teacher? So just flood the chat area of like, why are you here? What is it that you are excited about in terms of being an acro teacher? What brought you to this experience right now? And I'm just going to read a few of them out as we go. I'm just trying to get the chat to show up. There we go. Community and connection, know other teachers and expand community. Sports acro, oh cool, Andrea. Share safely, help others learn about this amazing practice in a safe community way. That's awesome. Safety for the beginning of acro, which is imperative. And most of the time beginners don't want to be classified as beginners. So even as intermediate, the more that we can do that, the better. Great. I see a lot of safety, which is awesome. Wonderful. So we can keep that chat going. What I want us to do, I don't know why this didn't update. It's so weird. What I want us to do is I want you, yeah, this is weird. I updated it, but I guess I updated it on the wrong one. So I'm just going to update it live. What we're going to do is we're going to go into some breakout rooms. In the breakout rooms, I want you to discuss these three things, and I'll put these three things in there. I want you to say, have you been teaching where, and are there other teachers in your area? What do you want? Oh, the goals is not part of it. I don't know what happened.
Sarah, I've made you the host.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, something happened with the presentation. I just want you to talk about, have you been teaching, and are there other teachers in your community, and about why you want to be an acro teacher, okay? And about why you want to be an acro teacher. So I want you to share this in a smaller group. I'm only going to give you a few minutes. So I want you to, you're going to get in your, yeah, I don't think I am, because I'm not able to do breakout rooms. I don't know. Oh, dang it.
Hey, so what I think is going to have to happen, everyone, is that we're going to have to restart this meeting, because I think that the breakout room functionality has to be added at the start of the meeting. We're kind of just, this is like the hurdles that we were expecting to
Sorry about that.
Right, Sarah? So you can't see the breakout?
No.
Yeah. So we're gonna work with Taylor. Taylor,
I mean, that's we don't have to. We can just talk as a group this time, just to like keep
okay.
it moving. But in the future, hopefully we can figure that out. Would anybody like to? I mean, because we don't have time for everyone to do it, and that's why I wanted to really give you a voice. So how about in the chat section? I would like for you just to put like, where are you teaching, just so that we can see it. Where are you teaching? And then I will open this up again, sorry. You already answered why you want to be an ACRA teacher, but have you been teaching where? And somebody's already put that in the chat section. Somebody said they were doing it in San Francisco. Are there other teachers in your community? And I would just say the general feel of the community. Like, is it positive? Is it negative? Just a general feel of your community, if you have one. So let's just spend a little bit of time doing that, since we cannot, I didn't mean to stop sharing. Since we can't do breakout rooms, we'll just do it like this, just to save time, because we don't have that much time. So I just want to make sure that we move forward with this. So in your chat, if you could add, if you could add it. And then if you see someone's, I love that people really want to be an ACRA teacher, to share this with as many people as possible. It seems that Hanny's community is dead, so they want to revive it. And Allie and Steve want to have techniques, languages, and scaffolding to be able to share it safely in San Francisco, which is so great. In Omaha, you teach and you run jams, Terrell, that's awesome. Teaching in Bloomington. Oh, good. And there's a lot of San Francisco people in this right now. That's great. Good. So like, maybe just read through the chats to see where everybody is in terms of where they are teaching. So it just seems like the majority of you have taught. Oh yeah. Someone said, Terrell, you said that it's happening regular in Omaha, but COVID started. So yeah. Morgan wants to teach more at festivals. Awesome. And Jill, yes, teaches locally, internationally, and now online. Jill's been doing it for 12 years. That's awesome. But just read through, just so you can see where everybody's at, just so that you can get an idea of the community that we're working with. So just keep going through the chats. I'm just highlighting a few of them as we go. Misty's saying that they help teach beginners ACRA classes, to do this to grow personally, and as an ACRA yogi also.
I also think that we can I love that everyone's writing this in the chat, but I think during this week, I want to start a Facebook post where people say this stuff and also some of their challenges, and then we can reply to its specific posts. So we can also incorporate this on Facebook.
Yeah, we could have also done this in Google Classroom too, but
yeah, this is good though. We don't have a lot of time. This is actually perfect.
Yeah. So great. So thank you for sharing, and that just kind of helps give all of us perspective of where you're at, and how we can better support you in this teacher training. So what I want you to do right now is we're going to go to Google Classroom. So in Google Classroom, I would love for all of you to access, so the stream can get overwhelming, and I'm gonna lessen this also. And then if you could go to classwork, okay, where it says classwork, you're gonna see now there's a new thing called teaching assignments, okay? When you open up teaching assignments, you're gonna each have your own teaching assignment document, and you're gonna like keep notes in this teaching assignment. everything you write in this document, and I don't want you to make a copy of it. I don't want you to do the assignment outside of this document, because we can see, any of us as facilitators, any of us teachers can literally see what you are doing on the document. So we can see live what you're doing, where you're at, and you're going to be, I'm not sure if this was discussed, but you're going to be given one of us as your mentors, and then we're going to be checking your documents periodically, giving you feedback. There's rubrics for those of you who are teachers, which I love. The teacher word, or we can geek out, like there's rubrics attached to Google Classroom so that you know how you're going to be obsessed, how you're going to be assessed, and a place for us to give you feedback. So what I want you to do underneath where it says my name, just press enter right now for yourself. And I want you to just write down goals for teacher training and being a teacher. I did not add this in. This came later, but after I shared it with you, oops. So just write down goals for teacher training and being a teacher. And I would like for you just to take a good minute. I will set a timer. Maybe I'll give you a minute 30, and just, what is your goal for being here at a teacher training? What is your goal? You kind of already wrote that, but what is your goal also for being a teacher? Which you kind of already wrote, but just write it down specifically as a goal. Like I heard a lot of safety, being able to share it with as many people as possible, to as many levels as possible, that you want to grow your confidence, whatever it may be. Just write these down for yourself, your goals. So I'm going to give you 1 minute starting now. And only you can see it, and all the teachers. But that's the only people that can actually see it, are the teachers that you can see, that the facilitators that we've introduced, and then nobody else in the teacher training can see your goals. I will post the class code. So actually I'll put it up here, but I also will repost it. And I can make it big like this too. That's the class code. And you have to join via Gmail. You cannot join with a different one, even if it's linked to Gmail. If you're 2 people, you should each have your own Gmail account, and you each should enter Google Classroom separately. And yes, you have to do all of your assignments like individual, even if you're going to do some of them together. But yeah, you should be doing all of your assignments individually.
Where is this? I'm sorry. I'm in Google Classroom. I don't know where you click. There's a lot of documents on there.
I know. Are you ready? So you go to classwork. It's the one on the top called teaching assignments. And then it's teaching assignment number 1. I think for you, I'm seeing it differently because I'm a teacher. But I think you say view assignment, and then it will open up this document that says teaching assignment number 1. If you're sharing computers, I guess just have one person do it right now, but when you're doing it on your own, you can also access this via your phone. You can access it via an iPad. It's an app that you can download. So really try to find a way that you each individually can have your own Gmail account and access to Google Classroom, just for in terms of assessment, so that we know where you're at.
Am I the only one who sees just wrote biography, wrote teaching philosophy, and upload high resolution? It seems that's what I'm getting when I clicked on teaching assignment.
You're going to see that there's an actual document linked in there, and you have to go to the actual document that's linked. Because you're just seeing this part, which is there, but then you're going to see that there's an actual document. So if you say view assignment, it will take you to the actual document, and you have to open up the Google Doc. You have to
I know what you're talking about. In the top right-hand corner to the right of those boxes, if you click that, it looks like another weird box. It takes you to the place where you can actually write stuff.
Yeah, it should take you to the Google Doc that looks like this. And maybe you're going to have to share your screen, or we can do it right after class. Because this is imperative that you know how to do this. This is the most important part of today, is that you know how to access Google Classroom and get to the assignments. How do you write on it? You just start writing. You just type. It has to be in the Google Doc, but you all have your own Google Docs. All right, so you wrote down your goals. Awesome. So your teaching assignment number one is to do two things. This teaching assignment is not due until June 27th, even though it says 28. Oh my gosh, sorry. It's actually due on June 27th of 2020. If it is due June 28th, it's going to be when you start class, because we're going to need these documents when we start class on June 28th. So it's okay that it says June 28th, but it has to be here for June 28th. Your job is to write a biography and attach a professional photo to this assignment. I will go over how to do that in next class, because you don't have to worry about that right now. But for you attaching a photo, you just say add and you attach it, but you also have to write a biography. So it is written for you here that your teaching name, right? Your current profession, your company brand affiliation to AcroLove, your goals and aspirations. Your current profession doesn't have to be listed if it doesn't, relate to anything acro related. I mean, if you are selling yourself as like a psychologist who is incorporating acro yoga into your practice and that's how you want to sell it, awesome. If you're a fireman and it has nothing to do with you teaching acro, don't connect those two, unless if you do connect it, like maybe your passion is to share it with people in front lines, and that is your job, and as a fireman this is what you're doing. Your goals and aspirations for sharing your gift of acro, really having like your passion in there of like why you're wanting to share this, and relating it back to a personal story. Like Waka really likes to share acro and really likes to share yoga because of his injuries, and this has really helped him heal. What is your passion? What is your drive? What is your reasoning of wanting to share acro? And then two to three most impressive achievements, right? Not in terms of just your life, but in terms of acro, as best as you can. Like you've been teaching for over 3 years in the community where there was no acro, whatever it may be. If you don't have achievements yet, know that, put that as one of your goals that you should have. Yes, if you leave this document, Google automatically saves it. Yep. But think about, that's your goal during this teacher training, is for you to gain some achievements. But like one of your achievements is you're going to be an AcroLove teacher, right? That is one achievement. So you just need to get 2 more, okay? So your bio should be about 5 to 10 sentences long. You're going to just press turn in via Google Classroom. You're going to work on it in this page underneath here. This is where you're going to write your bio. It's not due until the end, until the last day of class when we're going to be sharing it in class. But I wanted to give this to you up front so that you can start working on it. So it's not something that you're doing last minute, but this is something that you're putting a lot of thought and energy into to ensure that you are giving quality work. The other thing is, those of you who are teachers, is you're going to develop an acro teaching philosophy statement, okay? So your job is to create a teaching of acro philosophy statement where you state your beliefs about teaching that will guide you in your teaching. I use teaching a lot in that sentence, didn't I? Josh did not edit this for me, so I apologize. As you continue on your path of teaching acrobatics, you'll likely revise and refine it. But you are wanting to create a backbone of teaching. You want to be like, this is who I am as a teacher. This is my philosophy. This is my foundation of how I believe acro should be shared. And it's more, it could be used to share, right, to other people. But ultimately, this is something that is nourishing your soul. And when you're feeling like, out of balance or confused or like, why am I an acro teacher? This is something that you go back to as inspiration for yourself. But it can be shared if like somebody's like, well, like, how do you teach and what do you do or what do you believe in? This is your guide of who you are. So somebody wants to join. Is that what that is? I don't know what that sound was, but your motivation for teaching, the methods you believe are best, your teaching goals and methods strategy to reach all learners in your classroom, explanation of how teaching is consistent with these goals. So your job is to create a acro teaching philosophy statement. So that's going to be written, and if you just scroll down, that's going to be written underneath here. Okay, that's where you're going to write your acro teaching philosophy. So you have 3 things to do in this assignment. So the 3 things that you have to do in this assignment is write your biography, attach a photo, and then write your statement of philosophy for acro teaching. You upload the photo in Google Classroom. So you're going to see I can't show you because I'm a teacher, so it changes my status. But if you look here, you're going to be able to say add. And where it says add, you attach the photo. I will do a session with it where like Josh is one of his profiles is a student. I will use that as a way to show you. Don't worry about it now because you don't need to do it until June 27th. So you have plenty of time. I will show you how to do it. If you know how to do it, awesome, but don't feel stressed out by doing it quite yet. Should this be more? It's a headshot. Thank you, Joshua. Okay. Yeah, it's a headshot.
Yeah, so if you want examples, I just poked around the Acro Revolution teachers so far. So at acrolove.org, teachers, Megan Hislop has a lovely one. Sarah, I can share that screen if that's preferred. Or again, this is one where you have time. So I'm just going to put a link probably in the classroom and in Facebook so you can see some different teachers. But one of the reasons we love doing this is we love that Acro Love has this brand. We see like 6 of these shirts, but we want you to be your own entity, your own brand, right? So Sarah and I are both part of Acro Love, but we're very different humans and we have different skills. And we probably tailor to different audiences. So kind of one of the philosophies you'll see throughout the time is like, we don't have Hobbes teaching therapeutics and Waka teaching pops. Like we let people shine in the way where they already shine brightest. And this helps us get a picture of how you see yourself shining the brightest within our community.
Right, so with that, that completes our very short introduction. Today was really about getting on Google Classroom and knowing how to operate and use it. If you have personal questions, we can Zoom chat anytime, and I will put this in, I'm gonna put this in here in assignment so that you can see an example. So I will do that in just a second so that you always have access to this. You can see it as an example. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, so there we go. So I am done. I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to turn this over to final questions for today. We're ending with final questions. We have wrap-ups. Oh, the other thing that sorry, just kidding. I have one more thing to share. The TED Talks, because TED Talks are going to start tomorrow. We didn't talk completely about TED Talks yet, but I'm going to just share this really quickly. Hold on just one second. So the TED Talks and what they're about, I'm going to open up the document and I'm going to just show you where this is. The TED Talks sign up is underneath week 1. It's underneath week 1. You click on it. This is a document we can all edit. So realize that this is not an individual document. This is a document. Oh, people already signed up. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys are amazing. So it's going to be 2 minutes just because we have so many of you and not a lot of time. So it's going to be a 2-minute TED Talk. Topic is up to you. It can be on anything that you are inspired about. TED Talks are about you showing your verbal skills and connection, expressing your unique gift, your skill set, your challenge, your passion, your story. This is a place for everyone to be seen and to be heard, because you're going to be hearing us a lot as facilitators. This is our opportunity to share the screen, and literally share the screen with everyone. It strengthens our web, because a lot of people said they want the community, and the more that we get to know each other, the better. And bringing your unique gifts forward. So we've been doing this since the first teacher training. 2 minutes is going to be interesting, but I hope you all can rise up to the challenge. Ideally, we get at least 5 of you per day. So they start tomorrow, June 7th. Okay. So we see 3 brave souls already signed up. Oh, look at this. Look at y'all signing up. That's awesome. Okay. So please feel free to fill this out. And then tomorrow, you're going to know who you are, and then you will share the screen and present tomorrow for 2 minutes. If you need to have a presentation, you can have a presentation while you're sharing, or whatever you need to do during your time, you can do that with your 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Jacob
Got it,
and Debbie,
Sarah?
we'll check on time, Jacob and Debbie, we'll check on time. Did you want to share your waterfall story, Jacob? Is that why you're asking?
Yeah, during his TED Talk. You gotta sign up too, Jacob, and tell your story. Bring video documentation of you on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Oh, shh. Don't ruin it.
Spoilers!
So
Okay.
are you done, Sarah?
I am finished. I am complete. Thank you, everyone. Sorry for being really quick, but thank you. And please reach out to me personally. You can find me, and then if you need help with Google Classroom, I'll lead a private tutorial of it. Okay.